Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm super excited you're here with me today for another quick and fun project. How are you guys? Are you good? I hope so. Thank you all for coming and watching and giving me thumbs up and likes and comments and subscribing. You all mean the world to me. There's no reason for me to do these videos without you, right? So thank you, thank you. Okay, I have an easy, fun project. We've made a lot of things with bags, and right now I'm in a bag mood again, so you never know what you're going to get, but we're going to make a fun little notebook that is great for a gift, or it could be put into your journal pockets. Now, I'm going to move this off to the side because I want to share with you some things I completed. Now, this is the one we did with the junk mail envelopes, and they are done. So it's that cute little, I tied it, or you could use rings. You can use the metal rings if you want, but I decided to tie this one. And here she is. She is decorated. Isn't she pretty? She's very vintage. I think I'll call it vintage roses, right? So I just did the 5 pages, and then, they're all decorated. They all have their bling. They got some zhuzh. Several of them have a pretty charm, but what they have are some really pretty tags in each pocket that can be written on, right? So let me put that back in there. I've got it out. And these were just made from junk mail, just complete junk mail. And I thought that it came out real pretty. Of course, the papers make a difference. Okay. And, okay, and then this one, I always like to show you what I completed. A little bit of lace, but not a lot on the bottom. I didn't add a lot of pearls to them. Very writable. That way you can write on them easily. You can write on the back page. I have my roses are on the back of each of the pages. Remember, variation of pages. Look at that. So each pocket has a good sized journal tag. The tags are about 3 1/4, and they're about 6 inches tall. So they're good sized tag. They're not little. And then 3 of them have a charm on the end. I've punched a hole and added a charm, and I added all roses because to Miss Vintage Rose here, she is definitely, if you're interested in her, shoot a message over to our Etsy page and let Jolene know. Okay. So she's all done. Isn't she pretty? She's just, I love the butterfly on the front and, all the goodies we did. It was quick. It was easy. Took me a little longer to add all the fluff, but, we've got her finished. So I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share some of these other things that I did finish with you. These were the large pocket paper clip pockets. And I did finish some, the big ones, that I was showing you. So they are completed. This one doesn't have a pocket. Oh, yes, it does. I always think it doesn't have a pocket. Yes, it does. And it has a tag to write on. Again, because of this, I did not add a lot of stuff to the bottom. Hold on a minute. The reason you haven't seen me is that I was having phone issues, which is I film on my phone, and my phone went black and it got hot and it started to smell funny, and so we had to go into the phone store, and long drama. Right now as we speak, my hubby is getting a brand new phone. I hope that you see this video. If you do, I was able to still film on it and airdrop it to my iPad and while he's getting my new phone. So aren't these pretty? So this is going to be sold as a set. And these will be in the shop eventually. This will be sold as a set. This one's all done. And they come out pretty. And it has a pretty little tag. Those were those tags that I was recycling. And there's this one. It's really pretty. This wasn't recycled. This one came from Oh, gosh, my blank. I just went blank on that. That tag came from, and her shop isn't open right now. Woodland Inspired, Celeste. Hi, Celeste. Yeah, her shop's closed right now, but, you know, she'll eventually open. And then this one. So these three are a set. So you get these three as a set. Aren't they pretty? And I used the new lace that we have. I used on them. Came out real pretty. And then, if you remember, these were our originals, and I have 3 of these. And each of these will be sold as a set, these and these. So there'll be 3 of each of those will be for sale in the shop very, very soon. It just takes me getting the photos and the write-ups done, which I cannot do without my phone right now. So that's why there's nothing in the shop, guys, from me, because I had big issues, lost stuff, you know, the usual drama. So those are all done. I wanted to show them to you before we started. I always do that. I start my video with whatever we haven't finished from the video before. So, okay. So today we're going to be making a little pharmacy bag notebook. Everybody has their version. This will be what I'm doing, is this one. And I'm just going to use a Walgreen one because it's white and I think it goes well. It's going to be in the pinks. Kind of along the lines of what I've been doing. For some weird reason, I'm back to pink again. I don't know. Probably because I just finished a really dark blue one. And I guess I just felt like I needed something, you know, fun and exciting. So I want to cut this down to about 4 inches. I'm going to cut through both bags, hopefully. And I will. Oh, I reorganize, which is never good. You know how it goes. You reorganize and you can't find things. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to fold it in half. You can fold it wherever you want. I think I like where I have it folded. I'm going to cut it from this side because it's flat and it's easier to see. And I'm going to go out 4 inches. So I know kind of where I want to cut. And if I don't like the way these scissors cut, these are my Fiskars. I've had these for 15 years. I mean, you can use zigzag scissors. You can use whatever you want, whatever you have, or just cut it straight across. Use the Tim Holtz cutter, whatever you want. I'm going to try this. I do have bigger, but we'll see. You do have to kind of line it up to get a nice even... But it kind of gives you that same, almost a similar finish to this. Now, I could have, to this original bag edge. And I could have flipped these over and made it identical, but I wanted it to be a little more feminine. So we'll do that. I think today I'm probably going to use my spun sugar. Gosh, how come I'm in a pink mood? Weird, huh? Roses, summer. You know me and summer and roses. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know I'm very much into roses. We're going to be, oh, we don't need that part. There's always going to be bits that are going to come off here. You're going to know that I love, love, love roses, my favorite flower. But then I also I used to always love carnations. I love carnations and roses are kind of my jam. I'm not going to do a ton yet. I pretty much just wanted to do the ends. That was kind of the whole, and then I would bring my paper up to it, and then I can always go back and, you know, do these edges with some spun sugar. This is my favorite pink to use. I have probably all the pinks that Tim Holtz created for Ranger. Okay, I will put that aside because I'm sure I'm not done. This way you can see that little, you know, scallop edge that I got going there. And we've cut off all the jagged part. So I think I'm going to need this one today. All right, so this is going to be the cover of our notebook. So what it makes it is 4 inches by 4.5. Not quite a square, almost. Now, because we're doing something small, you can use your 6x6 paper pads or cut yourself some 6x6s or 4x4.5s from your 12 your 12 by 12s, or you can just use scraps. I'm trying to figure out what I want on my cover. I think it's going to be this one. And I am going to need my, I don't think this will fit in here. Will this fit in here? Oh, it might. Okay. So I know I want it 4 inches wide for sure. And this just fits the 4 inch, so that's perfect. This is the perfect cutter. And I want it to cut very well because, you know, and then I'm going to double check to make sure that is 4.5 because I don't want to waste any of this paper. I love it. I've used the other pieces. There was like 2 or 3 in each kit, and oh, 4.5 won't fit on that. It only goes to 4. Let me go with this one. I thought I could get away with this one. Not. Sorry, I'm throwing things on the floor. And now we want to go 4.5 on this one. Is everybody good? What are you guys up to? Anything exciting happening? I could have pre-cut these, but 4.5. Okay, so actually, I'm going to drop it down to just like a little bit below that. Oh, wait. Excuse me. I almost did that wrong. It's a little bit long. Just needed a bit off the bottom. Yeah, and even the 4 inches is just a little bit too long. Cut that weird on the bottom. I'm just going to go a little shy of 4 inches because it's a little bit too wide. There we go. I wanted to see a little bit of that pink, not a ton, but I do want to see some. So there we go. All right. Now, I think what I'll do is we're going to go ahead and cover this. So I think I'll go ahead and since I've got this out, let's just do all of our cutting. And then 4.5 is our, let's see, got to see which is right side up. Oh, it's right side up. That's right side up. Okay, and this one's 4.5 and just a smidge under 4.5 as well, which makes these a little longer, which is nice. Okay, so we've got those two, so front and back. Now we need something for the inside, and I definitely want this on the inside. Which one of these? Maybe those two for the inside. What do we think? I was thinking those two for the pockets, but maybe, ooh, I love this so much. Yeah, I would love that for an inside and an inside, I think. Okay, let's try it. So again, we want this to be 4, just a smidge under 4, because we don't want it to get caught in the fold. Let me double check for the fold here. This is going to be a really quick, really easy project. I just wanted to have, I apologize for not having that video for you. Nothing I could do about it, honestly. I mean, I'm lucky to have a video today, honestly. It's been crazy. 4 wide, 4.5, a little bit short. This is going to be so pretty. I want to cover up as much of that as I can. I think I'm going to put something over the middle there because I really don't want to see that. Probably, I'm going to see if I have any tape that I can use. Now this one, I don't know. I'm getting myself confused. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, a little less than 4.5 is our tall. And then our width was the 4, but it's a little bit under the 4. Yep. And then we got one more to go, which I was thinking, what was I going to use on the other side? What was that other one? There's one more. Where'd it go? Oh, these two. Okay, so we're going to put those like that. So there's our insides and our outsides. We're going to pull these aside because I may use them for pockets, or I might use some of these goodies. We want to add some pockets. This is just the quickest ever video. I may do another project with this because if it's so quick, I just feel like we might want to, you know. So what I am going to do is I want to ink all of these to get rid of any white from all the cutting we just did. Because most papers have a white core somewhere, or a light colored core. Rarely are papers dyed all the way through, you know, well, except a white paper, right? So what have we been doing? Well, we've been mainly trying to get hold of a new phone. We went into the phone store and he ordered us a phone. They didn't have the one I wanted. Well, the one they thought I should have. I don't know if I really wanted the phone I'm getting. I think it's way more powerful and has way more room than I'll ever use. But because of what I do, they just felt it was the best phone for me. Or they saw sucker coming in, you know, written on my forehead. Anyway, the guy and my husband decided I needed a bigger, better phone. iPhone 16, whatever. I don't know what it is. Lithium? No, that's not it. It was a different name that I can never remember the name of. I'll have to write it down. But anyway, so hopefully once I get that, I should have no more filming issues, storage issues. We bought extra storage, still didn't help. You know, the usual. Yada, yada. So wait, I got something in my guy. Sorry, hold on one sec. Oh my goodness. I think it's sleep. Not that I slept well, I didn't, but... Okay, my voice sounds a bit raspy because my cluster migraines are back. Oh, hubby's back. That was quick. Either he couldn't get the phone, activated, or because he's on the account so he could activate it for me, or he did get it activated. I don't know which. We just wanted to make sure we got it off of our bill. So... And I'm using my old one and praying it is filming. Let me double check. Not on slow-mo. Hasn't done anything odd. We're okay. All right. So here we go. Now I'm hoping I don't need to use Fabri-Tac. Now this is a pharmacy bag. It sort of is a lot like the waxy bag. So, excuse me, I know that an allergies. So maybe we might have to, I wonder if I should use Fabri-Tac. Although this darn thing is cold, it's been sitting in here for days. I haven't made any videos since the last one, since the one I made for Saturday for you guys, which did very well. Thank you all for watching, commenting, liking it. You helped make it a huge success with YouTube. They're happy with me for the moment. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm dying to know if he got it activated. All right, let's see what we're going to need here. Here's my cover. So you should be doing this right along with me. It's so easy. Get your scraps out. Everybody has some kind of pharmacy bag usually, or some kind of bag that you could fold. Oh, of course, it doesn't want to work because I have not been in here for so many days. Probably about 8 days I haven't been in here, maybe. Yeah, I haven't been able to craft too much. I finished up a few things, but you know, been working a little bit. Oh yeah, I have been in here. I just haven't used certain glues for a while. But I am working on my finishing my tall journal up. Getting that one done. Okay, that is just not going to work. Well, we may just go to a different glue because I don't have the patience for that today. I really don't. I'm just going to assume because I haven't been in here, this one's not going to work as well as I would like. Okay. Yeah, I just don't have the patience for that today. It's been pretty cold in here with the air conditioner and stuff. And when I keep the door closed, because I'm not in here, I don't leave the door open because I don't want the cats in here. I don't like cat hair on stuff, on my supplies, so they're allowed to come in if I'm working and they want to be with me, but if I'm not in here, the door is closed. So the room can kind of, with the air conditioner on, can get kind of cold or hot depending upon the time of year. Wow, I must have cut that crooked. I feel like that got cut crooked. Well, these bags are not straight either, so I'll just trim it down if I need to. I feel like there's a little bit that needs trimming here. Okay. Okay, there's our cover. Let me grab my, excuse my face. I don't have any makeup on. I never do wear makeup at home. No reason to. My skin doesn't like it. Okay, then let's go to the back. Here's our back. Yeah, I'm gonna go that way. The only reason I didn't start with the Fabri-Tac is it's an instant glue, right? It will glue instantly. And I didn't really want to, I want to give myself a little time to move this around. The nice thing about covering this is it does get rid of any little staple marks from the pharmacy, because our pharmacy staples our bags closed for privacy. So it, we want to get rid of the staple marks. Okay. Did I leave that too long? Kind of, sort of. I can trim it just, let me get some scissors. Just a hint on this edge. I just don't want to cut open the bag, which I might have just did. All right. Now this is going to be, trying to figure out what's the right side of this. That seems like the roses are upside down, so I'm going to go that way. We're going to have gussets. Now we can leave those open or we can close them. If you want to have a lot of room in your pockets to put a lot of tags and things, you could do that. Now I am going to move this more towards the middle, not to the very, very center, but almost. Now I do remember I did talk about putting something on there first, and then I just completely had a brain fade. Ah, 1 second. Let me grab something. I got to figure out what to grab. Oops. I'm knocking stuff on the floor. Let me see. I'm looking for something that would look good with these papers. Oh, that's too peachy. Okay, I need something really sort of a raspberry color. 1 sec, guys. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I just want to cover that W. Yes, this will do it. This will do it. Okay. Let me cut that as straight as possible. And that, I hope, it's pretty sheer. But I'm hoping, and I'm not going to glue it down because I don't think I need to, because these are all Amity Bloom tapes. Let me put those behind me. All right, let's try that again. Oh, it's going to have a lot of glue on the back of this, but hopefully, I don't know if when you glue a gun glue, if it will reactivate it. I've got to see where the edge of that is. Okay. Okay, that's on there. I may have to add more glue to the edge, I bet. See, it's just gluing right onto the edges, so that is not going to come up. Yeah, that looks good in the middle. We are gonna tie some papers in there. Now, I don't want that way or that way. I guess it's fine, doesn't matter. I'm not particularly trying to be neat here. I'm just getting some glue on it. I don't know if that went straight or not. I guess it did. These paper bags, these pharmacy bags, do not fold well. They're a hot mess if you ask me. Oh no, I just ripped it. Darn it. Oh, I'll just add ink. When in doubt, add ink. Okay, so the question is, do we want to close up our pharmacy bags and make this a tight pocket, or do we want to leave it to where you... I think I'm going to leave it where you could get some good sized stuff in there if you wanted. You could really fill it up with a nice gift. I mean, you could add a gift card, you could add a little note, you know, if this is for one of your girlfriends. Okay, so we have that much done. I think we'll go ahead and add our pockets, and then, I mean, like, 'cause I could add a pocket with that, or put one there, or use the same paper there if I wanted. I could use the same on each side. That way it doesn't automatically look like a pocket, or we could do a different color pocket. Oh, I kind of like that with that. Then maybe I could do something different over there, or add that, or add maybe this one. We just have to cut it down a little. It's a little long, but we could do that. Okay, why don't we do that? Why don't we trim those? Did I leave a pencil on my desk? No, I did not. I thought I left my pencil out. Pardon my reach. All right. Let me see. What's our width here? Definitely don't need the big long cutter for this. Yeah, so we've been trying to get hold of a new phone, and then I've got so many photos and videos on my old phone. We're trying to we're going to put it on a thumb drive so that I don't lose any of them that I want to keep. I don't keep my videos, my YouTube videos, because they're on YouTube. But I do keep, like, the ones of the cats and the grandkids and my son-in-law, you know, from before he passed, and my dad and my mom and my stepmom. Those are, I don't think my mom's on any of them, but my stepmom. My mom passed long before. Let's see, how long did I make this? Online before. Okay. Hopefully that's the right. Yeah. But I only want it to be as tall as this, so how tall is this? Oh, 1.5. So let's go. Okay, so we've got those. That's good, right? And then we want people to know these are pockets. Oh my goodness, okay. And I want them to be even, so whether they're both crooked or both straight will depend on how I cut it out. There we go, nice and easy. Hopefully you're doing this with me. This is definitely a craft with me. Super quick, super easy. If you don't have a pharmacy bag, I guess, I don't know, any kind of bag that's right around the size of this would work. I don't even think it has to be this size. You can make a notebook whatever size you want. I keep talking about, but I need to give my pads, all my ink pads that I use regularly, a spa day. Cover my table and get out my inks and re-ink them and spread the ink appropriately. Get everybody up to snuff before I do any more big projects, where I'm doing a lot of inking, you know. This one has dried out already. It was a wet one, but it dried out. So I just add a little water from my spray bottle. Re-wet it. It was a clean one, so I want to. There we go. Okie dokie. I'm falling off my chair. That would not be pretty. Okay, let's get our pockets on. Nice, simple, quick, easy project you could do in an hour or so. You know, you're meeting your girlfriend for lunch and you just throw it together, you know, whip it together, and maybe for your mom or your sister or your best friend. You can make it masculine with masculine papers. You can make it very grungy. Brown paper. Some of the pharmacy bags are brown paper bags. Did you know that? Some of the lunch bags. I mean, there's a lot of things you could use for this. So I just happen to have one of these and I thought, okay, this will work. Now, okay, so we have our cover, our front, our back. We have 2 pockets and 2 pockets. So there's 4 pockets total, which we like. We have all these beautiful goodies. But we might want to make some tags, so I don't really want to put those away just yet. Now, I want to make some pages. So how big do I want my pages to be? I'm going to move them in a little, so I'm going to squish it in there. I'm going to make it about 7.5 by 7.5 by 4.25 maybe. And I think if I go right through the middle here, and I just cut it off at 7.5 and then go through the middle, that'll give me 4 pages. That would give me 6. I'm going to use some of these darker ones. Oh, not that one. Yuck. Okay. Actually, I'm going to use 3 of these pages. Okay. These are vegetable dyed. Don't know where I got them. I wish I did. I think I said 7.5, didn't I? Gosh, that's what happens when you have a cluster migraine. I've had migraine after migraine, so not looking for sympathy. Just letting you know I haven't been here and my phone issue and yikes, right? It's just been nuts. So I apologize. But our Saturday project is coming. It's another good one. I'll tell you what you need for it in a minute. Don't go anywhere. You want to hear about the Saturday project. Oh, I just munched the heck out of those pages. Bertha, naughty girl. Really. I'm at Big Bertha, right? And there's a big window in front of me, and my pergola is right below me. I almost cut these wrong, guys. Wait a minute. There's my 7.5 is my length. My width is 4.25. That's because the birds do. I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Bertha, stop it. Really? Seriously, girl. Ugh. Sorry. Bertha was giving me fits. Girl. Yeah, some of these dyed papers don't always cut great. Are they going to be? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so anyway, the birdie's landed right in front of me on the pergola because here's Bertha, I'm cutting her, here's the window. I look out over the window and there's all the pergolas right there, right? And right below it's the fountain. So there's about 10 little birdies up on the pergola taking turns diving into the fountain for their bath. Very cute. I like the little tiny birdies, the little, what I call chirps or peeps. I don't care for the ones with the beady eyes and the hawky kind of noses. They kind of scare me. From when I was a kid, I saw Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, and I have never been the same since I saw that movie. Never. Oh, gosh, these came out 2 different widths. Okay. How did that happen? I thought I cut this right at... Well, what happened there? Well, what I'll do is there was a damaged side there. I'll just cut off that part. I don't know if I should cut them all together. That's how I cut them the first time. That's kind of how I got that. Excuse me, I got that mess. I'm not going to keep that. I just want it to all be the same width or close to it. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Yeah, I like all the little cute birdies. I'm not a big fan of the... I like hawks. I do like hawks, but I remember I want to say blackbirds in the Alfred Hitchcock movie. I don't remember, but all I know is they scared me so bad. I was always afraid to walk home from school. I was afraid of birds after that, being attacked. And of course, there are some that are mean, and if you get near their nests, which by our school, there were always bird nests. And oh my gosh, you know, inevitably, you get too close and you get dive bombed. So that didn't help any, right? And it was so real looking, you know, back then. That they did such a good job with that movie. And he was known for being a master of that. And no one knew why there were the attack of the birds. Gosh. I remember we had to read that. I think it's a book. In high school, I want to say. And I did not want to read it. I did not. I kind of fought my teacher on it. I wasn't a fan of Alfred Hitchcock anything. Any of his movies that he made based on the books, right? Okay, so now we've got all these cute little pages that we're going to put into our notebook. And I want to make sure, because I want to be able to see where the fold is. Where is the fold? Oh, it's right there. All right. I'm gonna stitch it in. Now you could, if you have one of those long staplers, or you could tie it in, you could put a ribbon, but I'm just gonna do my usual thing. I'm gonna see if I have where's my pink, I think I used my pink thread. Sorry for throwing that on the desk, but I have my hands full. Almost knocked over my water. That would have been bad, right? Okay, let's go like this. I really wanted to get a video out for you guys today, even though I'm not 100%, but I thought it was important to have at least one video this week. Plus, the Saturday one's coming. Yes, what do you need again? Well, let me see. you will need, remember our last one, we cut off a bunch of the ends. We're going to need those. If you have any ends that make pockets, we're going to use these as pockets. So you're going to want a couple of those. And again, you're going to want 3 envelopes that are, oh, this one's 9.5, somewhere around there. Now, everybody's envelopes are different, but I'm just letting you know what mine are. Mine are 4.25 by 9.5. Somewhere in that size. You want a good size one. We're going to make another really fun project with this. And I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a simple one, but it's going to be a good one. So you haven't seen me do this. And it's a folio project. So, and it's not the normal folio project that you would do with those. It's a different one. So I think you might enjoy it. So get out your, and you'll need probably 12 by 12 papers, or I believe, well, it's only 9.5, so you only need something 9.5 long. Does that make sense? So let's, these are kind of big, but I guess I could use them, or just use a regular paper clip maybe. Getting out my, what I think I need here. Oh, forgot my awl, A-W-L, not owl. So first thing you're going to do is put these all together. I'm just going to do an easy peasy one. Put it in there. I'm going to tie it in because my stapler does not have one of those expandable necks. I'm thinking about getting one. You know that it'll turn, the head turns and you can staple long things. I got to figure out what the name of that is. I'm thinking about trying to order one on Amazon maybe. I probably only need 2 of these because this is not a massive journal that needs a whole bunch of, you know, yeah, don't need a whole, I don't need all those. Nope. And I just want to put a few little holes in it. I'm trying to center it a little bit if I can. Of course, I could use my book, but I don't need to. I'm just going to eyeball it, which is what I usually do. I could use a ruler, but I'm not going to. This is why we use an old book, a thick paperback, because you can just punch right into it. You don't hurt your desk. You're doing good. I'm going to go all the way through a little more because I'll make the holes just a little bit bigger. Otherwise, my needle won't fit through there. Okay. We do our trick of 3 times because I'm definitely going to tie. I'm going to leave a little at the edge. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do a little bit past that because I do want to tie some pretty gold. I've got some brand new rose gold charms I want to use. So I definitely want to be able to tie some charms on the end of that. This is wax thread. I prefer it over everything. I find that you can tie it with anything, but if you want it to stay put, excuse my voice. Sorry, raspy today. Allergies. Oh, terrible allergies. Took my meds, but they're still raspy. It's made it hard to do videos too because my sound very deep. Yeah, it's not my usual voice, that's for sure. All right, so I'm going to go through the middle. I'm going to hold the tail down where I want it. I'm going to come back in through this bottom hole. A lot of gals go to the top. I don't know, I was taught to do it this way. So then we're going to go back through the center, not piercing the thread, just right next to it, but not piercing it. Right through the top. This is always the one that can get me if it's gonna, but it did not. Okay. And then I can adjust these threads now if I'm going to. And I'm going to pull it underneath. So there's a thread on, or a yeah, thread on each side of the string. Pull it tight. Make sure it's not going to come apart. Put yourself a knot. Now, regular threads a lot of times will come undone. So, or twine, or like DC floss or something like that. I cut it about where I think I want it, which I messed that up. So I can tie some little charms on there. And I'm going to be doing that in a minute. I always do that last. I just tie a little bow to keep the string from going anywhere. That way it's not in my way when I'm doing anything. And if I don't want to add charms, I don't have to. There you go. So now you have a lovely little notebook. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's nice. About 24 places to write. A little note. Good for your friend. She can put it in her purse. It's perfect size. Let me put this away. I always put my tools away right away so I don't end up losing anything or stabbing or cutting myself. So kind of the way you want to do it. They do have these professional bookbinding kits on Amazon. Okay. And put it back in its case, pop it up on the shelf. Out of our way, no worries. Oops, I forgot my book. Oh, shoot, I knew I forgot something in there, right? I thought that bag seemed a little easy to close. Well, now I know why, right? There we go. Get in there. Okay. And I really like that pink thread. I'll probably just put some lace over the edge. I do have some pretty laces I want to decorate with today, and I'm putting away a few of the unnecessary tools so I don't have a messy desk. All right, there's our front. We've got all of our little, you do see a little bit of that, which if I didn't like that, I can put some lace there, and I may. But there's your little notebook. You got a pocket there and a pocket there. Now, we're going to probably add a little latch to this. So I'm probably going to use maybe one of these and make some kind of a little closure. Front and back so it'll close. Yeah. So I got to keep that in mind if I'm going to add any lace to the edge of my bag. I was going to put some lace there, but I'm thinking now I've got these beautiful small laces. We do carry these in our shop. And this is the loop-de-loop. This is adorable. I'll show you. I'm going to use this on here. Loop-de-loop. This is in our design journal and supply. There is a direct link in the drop-down box below the video. Now I'm going to use loop-de-loop, and I think, oh, this is so pretty. Let's see, what's this one? I actually put the name on some of these. Are you proud of me? I never know what these are called. And we have the Celebration White Lace is this one. I thought these were perfect for this project. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love it. So definitely going to use these in here, because we got to make her look some pretty fancy looking. And we also have to come up with a closure. So I'm wondering if it'd be best to, I was thinking about putting this along the edge because it's so pretty. And then I can put the closure over that. I think that's what I'll do. I think that's probably going to work best, I'm hoping. Again, these are both in our shop. We've got quite a bit of it, so if you need it, go get it. It's hard to find smaller laces, you know, these little laces. Usually all I can find is the big giant stuff. And these are actually, these are vintage, and once they're gone, they're gone. This is part of what we bought for when we started our business. We bought out someone's business and created our own. well, we had other things, but we just hadn't decided if we were going to carry lace. But apparently it was decided because my dear friend Gail came across someone who wanted to sell out her shop to Gail, and Gail said, no, I can't do that, but she knew someone who could. That was us. So we were able to get, so she could close the lace end of her shop. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. I think I'll put it on both sides. I might use that other one on the end. I don't know. Yeah, this is so pretty. I forgot all about this lace. Forgot all about it. I have a lot of laces that I haven't used. And this was one of them. And I'm using Fabri-Tac because it's what you put fabric. You glue down fabric, lace, anything like that with this. There's a right and a wrong side to this, and it's pretty easy to see, so that's the nice part about it. Of course, it'd be great if I got it on straight. I really think I would be happier. Okay. Oh, that's cute. I think I should get it down just a bit, though. Oh, that just makes it, doesn't it? Just took it from being a paper bag to something pretty. Then I was thinking I might use this on the inside here where I really don't care for what you could see right there. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this bit off here. And go like this. That's going to take me all the way to here, I think. We'll see if I'm right. There is a right and a wrong side. Super easy to see on here. The only thing, if I do that, I kind of lose a little bit of the pocket, but I actually don't care because I just think it's pretty in there, right? Or I could use some of this. What do we think? What do we think, guys? No, because it doesn't show on this side. Put the washi tape on there, but I actually am not liking it showing, so I guess I'll go ahead. Well, do I want this one? Do I? It is thinner. Yeah, maybe I won't use the big wide one for that. I'm going to use it for something else in here, though. I got an idea. I think I know what I want to use it for. So let's just cut this off. Oh, have you guys been watching Castle Impossible? Yeah, it had its season finale on HG last night, but she did say they were going to be, I was asking her about it, and she did say they were going to be, Daphne said they were going to come out with a new one this Sunday. I think they only do a video once a week or once every couple weeks. They don't do them as often, but I'm planning to go back and rewatch all the videos again because I just love them. So we watched it on the big TV, so we really got to see all the cool stuff when you're watching it on video, you know. For those of you who watch this on big TV, don't do that. You don't need to see my hands. Oh my gosh. Okay. Everything okay, hun? Okay, still doing a video. Okay, thank you. Yeah, he says everything's okay. Sometimes he paces outside my door because he's got to tell me something important, but he's hoping I'll hear him because he knows not to interrupt the video. I guess it was really important. I would want him to interrupt it. So yeah, that's cute. Okay, so what I do want to do is I want to cover this. So maybe I will use this. Oh, yes, I could do that because I've already cut that and it seems to be the right length. So let's just cover up our string. I like, goodness gracious, what a mess. There we go. Okay, I want to cover up our string. Plus, it helps keep your string from moving around, breaking. It protects the string a little bit. And, oh, this is the celebration one. Really like this. It's very pretty. Gonna need more glue. I did not get enough glue on there. And if you're worried about, excuse me, if you're worried about it, just do that. Being too shiny, you just kind of take the shine off by dabbing it. I don't know if it'll get it all off, but it gets enough, you know, I think. Oh, see, look how pretty. Look how pretty. Oh, I see what it did back here, though. Kind of messed it up. Okay. I need to get that to dry before I fold it for sure. Let's move it down. I just want to make sure everything's glued down like it should be. Okay. We'll let that dry a little bit. I may put another piece on this back side, because if it doesn't look good when I fold it, because like when I folded it, see, it kind of made a jagged line. Well, that isn't awful. But isn't that pretty, guys? I feel like this could use some lace or something on it. I don't know if I want to cover everything up. That's my only, you know. Could put a little lace on the bottom and really zhuzh it up. Or we could use some words and some lace. I don't know. What do we want to do? Yeah, I just wound these on the cards yesterday. They weren't even on cards. They were just in a pile in a box. I was going through my lace box and went, oh, look at these. Don't we carry these in the shop? And then I looked and I went, yes, we do. So you could leave it like that if you're not really into decorating, but I think I'm going to call this Victorian roses, not vintage, but Victorian, because I've got some Victorian images I'd like to use on this. I've got a whole kit of them. Not everything's going to look good with that because it's got to be in the pinks, but like, she's a pretty Victorian girl, right? I have a bunch of those. Got more roses here. Just need something for the cover. This actually might be... This is called All Things Roses from the Junk Journal Studio, and it's a humongous rose kit. Oh my gosh, it's huge. Very, very pretty. I could use that. I don't know if I want to do rose on rose or if I want like a little picture. Like there's this little girl. I don't think I want her. I'm going to see what other... I know I have a bunch more of these ladies because I was thinking one of those on there. But there's no blue in this one, so I don't think she's the one I would want on there. So the one I do like is that one for sure. I've got these. I don't think I have an envelope of this stuff. I'll have to look and see. To put all the goodies in that I've already cut. I usually try to start breaking in a small envelope. I mean, there's a full rose right there. I don't think I want that one. I would have to fussy cut it. No, I could. I mean, it's not a no-no, like I don't like it. It's just, it's not, I have something in my head. You ever get something stuck in your head? Like, I really like her. But I would get rid of, like, all of the, stamp stuff. Actually, let me get my cutter out. Instead of making a mess out of this, I'm going to do this straight. Okay, let's get this somewhat straight. Getting rid of all the part I don't want. Okay. She would be very pretty on there. What do we think? Do we like her? Maybe. Let me see what else I got. Oh gosh. Okay. I am starting to feel a bit woozy, guys, so I may have to quit here. Oh, see, I have the little tiny ladies. She'd be lovely on there, or so would she, but they're kind of small. I need one a little bit bigger than that. I think I have some in here. This is the humongous, gigantic kit. Here they are. Well, let's see if she'll work. Let me get it cut out, and then I'll cut it down. I mean, there's so many beautiful images in this kit. It's crazy. You've got, like, calling cards and all kinds of gorgeous bits and pieces. I see another one I like. Now, if I don't have an envelope started, I better start one, a clear one, for all these images to use for future projects, because, you know, this is one of those things that I use all the time. So it's Junk Journal Studios is this one, okay? It's a huge kit. Now, I think I'll use my cutter. That way I know it's going to be straight. I don't want a black line around it. I really need to be done here, though. I'm starting to not feel great. I'm woozy from all my medication, from the non-stop migraines I've had for a few days. So I think I kind of need to quit. I would like to be able to film this weekend's today or tomorrow, so before Saturday, because it's going to be another fun one. I think you'll really like it. She's very pretty too. Okay, let's try this one. I try to get a little straight edge before I start cutting. That way, if everything's crooked, if you start with a crooked edge and you use it to line everything up, everything will be crooked, right? I don't know. I like them all. That's bad when you get there and you like everything. Let's round some corners, because that always helps me. Okay, and let's make them pink on the edges. Well, we can put some of these in the pockets too. I didn't even think about that. We have pockets, right? Or on the pockets. We could even decorate the pockets. I mean, so you can have it there. You can have that one on there. No. She kind of goes. And she kind of goes. So I like all of them. I think any of them would do, or none of them. I mean, it just, I feel like I need something else under them. I'm not sure. Oh, making the edges pink makes a huge difference, by the way. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that made a big difference. That might help me pick out what do I want to use. Okay, so you can leave this decorated, undecorated. You could just put a word sentiment on it if you wanted. You don't have to, you know, like best friends, or, you know, if you had some stickers or some words that you like to use. Actually, there are some with this kit. I actually just thinking about that. I love the spun sugar. Like I said, it's my favorite. Okay, so yes, there are in this kit, there are words. Sweet fragrance, delicate rose. Smell the roses, wild roses, lovely, splendid roses, sweet scented roses, sweet fragrance, delicate. Love is like a wild rose, sweet scented. Love to smell the roses. So we got the same, so it just depends on, and there's all different colors in this, if I remember correctly. Yep, I've got the beige, the pink, the blue. It comes in the teal, comes in the black. I mean, we could definitely, I like the word delicate rose because it kind of goes with the lady, doesn't it? I don't like that. It's too yellow. I like the white background, and I like the white background. Kind of like her, but I think I might just do that. I like the word delicate rose, so I think we're gonna I'm almost wondering if I want to fussy cut her and then put her on a strip of lace. You know, that might be cool. I think the background's bothering me, some of it. I'm not really fussy cutting it. I'm kiss cutting it. I'm not feeling as creative as I would like today. I apologize, guys. But I wanted to do something for you this week. Give you a nice, easy project that you could use as a gift or in your journal. Yes, I like that. Boy, I gotta find out if I have an envelope for all this stuff, because now I've got all these bits running free. Which I don't like, because you pull one out and then the rest drop onto the floor and you lose them all. So I really don't want to do that. Right? Okay. I know what I want to do, but I just got to see. I'm going to get rid of the white or black or whatever's around the edge. I know what I want to do for that. And then I think we'll call it a day, and you guys can decorate however you want. I'm looking for my white. I have some sheer white lace. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Yes, I see something that might work. Let's see. What I'm thinking is I would run this through the middle here. Set her on that and that across that. I don't know, maybe not. It might not be wide enough. Do I have one that's a little wider that isn't too wide? Might. I might. What about this one? This one's very sheer. I do like that though. Might use some of these on the inside. What about this one? Oh yes, this is cool. So you put her down the middle, and then we put the delicate rose up there. That would be pretty. There we go. I got it. I told you it just takes me a minute. Sometimes I get it. I have it in my head. I knew I wanted something on there, but I didn't know what. And so, let me get, I believe that's the one I want. Okay. Yeah, put that on there and then pop her on there. I'm still not sold on her, guys. I don't know what happened. I loved her, and then now suddenly I don't love her. What is up with that? I think it's the yellow behind it because there's no creamy yellow. This is a very bright white image. So I think that's why I'm struggling with this a little bit. Now, this has just the faintest of a black line around it, and I didn't get it all off. Where'd it go? Okay, guys, I am not sure at this point what I want to do. I feel like I'm sort of stuck, but I will finish this off camera because I don't know what I want to do. I know you guys like me to finish it on, and I absolutely would, but I am getting nowhere. I'm stumped at the moment, totally stumped. So I think I'll glue this on because I know this is going here. I know for a fact it is. I would glue it on, but the glue's being a pain. I love that. I'm just not sure about her. I'm very undecided. I have some other images that I may want to put there if I don't do that one. But either way, I know I'm going to use the word Delicate Rose, even if she's not my image. So, let me see. Oh, my glue has just decided it's going to be misbehaving. There. It's got a bubble in it is what it is. She's got an air bubble. You work the air bubbles out when you use something a lot. But if you don't use it for a while, then yeah, it seems like they come right back. I mean, I could just leave it with lace on it and not do anything else. I don't know. We'll see. I'm undecided. It happens. Okay, guys. So give this a try. I think you'll love it. It's quick. It's easy. It's a fabulous gift. If you're having a little summer party or a little barbecue or a little tea with your girlfriends, summer tea, these would be great gifts for your girlfriends. Missed the garbage totally. Okay, so I'm going to work on a different image because I'm not thrilled with that image, but I know I'm going to put some kind of a Delicate Rose on there and something. She's just not cutting it for me. So I'll come up with something that I really like, but there we have it. That's our project for today, this lovely little notebook, pharmacy notebook. And I do have some pretty charms that I plan to use. I've got these rose gold charms, roses. I've got a whole box of them, so these are on bulb pins, but I just wanted to show you. I think I'll tie them on the edge. They'll be nice in there. Or maybe silver ones if I don't like the rose gold. That's actually for another project, so there you have it. Isn't it fun? And, you know, you can add a label here, a label there. You can add some more lace. You can zhuzh it up. I'm just not sure. I'll probably add my favorite little rose to this. Rose stamp and zhuzh it up a bit. I will show it to you on our next video, which would be the Saturday video. I'll finish it and then I'll show it to you on the Saturday video. And you can see how I did my thing. Now, you would finish it differently anyway. So I think you will see the finished product, but I am going to put a little clip on that because it wants to keep popping open, and this way it won't do that. So I want to thank you for watching, coming along and having a quick little play. Hopefully you did this with me. I will see you all very soon, you guys. See you Saturday. Get your envelopes together. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.